Hey guys, welcome back to the stream. This time I'm going to be trying it out a little bit different. I have higher audio now, which I hope you guys can tell that. But don't mind the noise. But today I'm going to continue on a second world. You may notice I've gained a couple of coins, and that is because it didn't save last time. So I made sure to have the same amount of lives, but I have about 21 extra coins. So I'm just gonna hop right into it. This time I'm hoping, and I tested it, so it should be good, but my voice should be a little bit louder than the game audio. And I need to stop getting distracted. I just need to focus on the game. So I try to make all my levels, like, in the underground world, they're all gonna be all underground themed except for the castle. And that's gonna be the same with every other world. Unless if it's a special thing, like an airship or a castle, they're all gonna be based off the world. Pretty easy first level to start off the world. Very short. Usually I prefer to make longer videos. I mean, not videos, so it's fun to make longer videos. But like, with longer videos comes longer episodes. And this is kind of a short video. You may not have understood anything I was just saying there, but that's just me talking, me rambling. So this one I think was really creative that I made. Basically, you go underground in the underground area. Very smart, I know. Like, no one else totally would have thought about going underground in the underground area. This jump is probably the worst part of the course. You have to do a little timed wall jump, or to make it through. Usually I'm pretty good about this, but now I'm recording. I'm obviously not. There we go. That only took like 20 seconds. Going up. Now it looks like you had to jump that part, but you can just run across. I feel like I could have made like a lot better at this course, but at the same time, like, it's the second world. I don't want it to be super hard. Like some of the courses you guys will see later. And also, I'm not the best Mario player, so I'm sure there's people who can complete my courses in less than a minute. Eventually, I'll get to the point where the levels are longer. Or I'll actually start putting like checkpoints in, though probably not. I did not have that. Nope. 2 mouths. Beautiful. I was thinking if I should name these like cool names like the Underground Complex or something like that. But I ended up going with like 2-1 and 2-2 because I felt like that was better formatted. Also, I'm not the best with names. If I were to name something though, it would be called Topher. like Christopher, but just Topher. My favorite Mario character is the Bomb. When I was little, I went to a bank and I got this like bomb powder stuff. Not like gunpowder, but like it was this candy that you would take out the wick of the bomb, and it was like a sucker, and you dipped it. It was kind of like a Mario themed pixie stick, or no, not a pixie stick. What were they called? It was like, I think they were called like Lick-a-Tips or something. I don't know. But the point is, like, they had like a little candy sucker and a bunch of powder. Like, you'd open up the packet and there'd be all this powder, and you would get like a little candy stick and you would lick it, and it would pick up like a ton of this powder. It was blue raspberry flavored or like cherry flavored. I remember one time at my school, a bunch of kids came with like 3 bags of them and started selling them for 25 cents. The school business is something you can get behind. You bring food there, you sell for like 4 times as much, and people still buy it. I remember my old school used to have this thing called School Store, where a bunch of like teachers, like I think 3 teachers, not like a ton, but what they did is they bought a bunch of random toys for like less than $2 each and sold them for like 3 or 4, and a lot of kids bought them, and it was pretty good business. It was all for like school, obviously, improving the school. And I remember there was this one like silly slime or something, and me and my cousins were upstairs in my room. I had a white carpet, and one of them poured the slime on the carpet, and since we were young, we were like, oh, we can just pick it back up. So we pick it back up, and there's a big blue stain. I'm pretty sure it's actually still there. It's just very faint, but there's this big blue stain, and the funniest part is that my dad thought that I did it. And I was like, no, I didn't do it. It was my cousins. But yeah, that's how that went down. I kind of like this course because unlike auto scroll, you have the ability to move. You set the pace. But like auto scroll, it forces you to move at some point. And if you actually decided to wait it out, you can't get to the end. You'll see why in a second. That was so close. Talking about schools made me think about like the book fair. Like in my old school, we would have this book fair. Like no one would actually buy books because there was like probably just as many toys there as there was books. I remember there was this one like pencil with googly eyes on it. I think that's like a lot of book fairs do that because it's just cheap money, easy cheap money. But I remember I wanted this recorder that could like record what someone said or like something they did, and I thought that was like super cool. Of course it was expensive because it was like a school fundraiser, and my mom didn't feel like dumping $40 on this thing when it was only worth like 10. So there was this one book, I forgot what it was called, but I was super interested in getting it. I ended up getting it, and it was a total letdown. Knowing my like 3rd grader self, it was probably like something about like zombies or cats or something. And I got it for like $3. It was pretty cheap. It wasn't a hardcover, and I went home and I read it. It was like 100 pages long. It had some pictures in it too, so it's not like I was super smart back then. But yeah, I read, I think, half of it and then decided I got bored of it. I wonder if I still have it. I should stop talking about my life and start talking back about the game. So, in this part, you have to hop on to one of the platforms, and it just slowly takes you across. Easy as that. And it looks like you'd fall, but the lava's hitbox is weird. Now for the next part, just run across here, and I have to time the jump perfectly so I don't fall into the lava. Now it's pretty good if I do say so myself. Ah. Now this is one of my favorite bosses I've made. It's simple, but it's kind of hard. And like, adding a bunch of things to a boss makes it more challenging. A lot of people think that it's more creative to add like a ton of things, but at a certain point, it stops being creative and it starts being spam. Because some of the easiest mechanics to put in there can be the hardest. Like, I remember making this one, I was like, there's like nothing in here. It's gonna be so easy. But just the platforms going up and down makes it pretty challenging. Not to mention the cannonballs. But the cannonballs, like, it's kind of a thing like that deceives you. Not deceptives you. That's not correct grammar. But it deceives you because you don't want to hit it because you don't want to lose your power. But it's better to get hit than to just fall straight into the lava. Right now, though, both of them are worse. Both of them are bad. Heck yeah, emergency fire flower for the win. I think that this is the only boss I have an emergency fire flower in, because otherwise a ton of them would be too easy. I hate when he runs like that. He do be zooming. Oh hey, he fell into the lava. How nice. Do not think that that would actually happen, but the frames must have lined up. Well, it looks like that's all the time I got for this recording. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in World 3. And this time I'm gonna make sure to save. Here, you can watch me save. There.